I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen.
Wait, what's happening? This is so cool.
And I was like, this is so boring. It's so boring with just my voice. Writing fan mail. Like I had like a
Nail mail.
yeah, like
It was pretty hard to get tickets. I have to be honest.
thank you for really nice questions. It was a very good interview.
Once and always. I'm so happy that I get to talk to you.
Oh, that's nice. Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Hi, Marit and Marion. My name is Chris. I'm a host of a show called Once and Always a Fanboy, and it's really such a pleasure to speak to you both. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
So I heard that it was destiny that brought you two back together during a random chance encounter at a coffee shop. How long did it take for you both to decide to officially reunite after that fateful day? Was it like a spark that just ignited automatically, or were there more factors involved?
Well, we talked for like 4 hours because we needed to fill in, everything that had happened in our lives for 20 years. And then I think it was just almost like a look. We looked at each other and just knew that we wanted to do this. Yeah.
There were too many things pointing in that direction to ignore it. It felt like it was almost something outside of us. But it came from us. It was a desire to do it. It also coincided with our 25th anniversary, which is crazy. It is a complete coincidence. But I remember walking down the stairs from Marion's apartment after that talk, and I think she lives on the top floor, and by the time I was downstairs, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen. I could feel it. It was like it just felt right.
So if my timeline is correct, you officially announced Sunday, September 22nd of this year, which that in itself made all the fans go crazy. But is it correct that you recorded that viral performance back in April? Is that correct?
Well, we met there was in April that we met in the coffee shop.
Oh, that was the coffee shop.
Yeah, and then we decided that we wanted to announce it on September 22nd because I told Marit, it's on a Sunday this year, which also feels like destiny. So we kept it a secret that whole time, and I think the video we made that just a few weeks before.
Yeah.
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 All right. Nice to know. When I saw that video on my socials, I was like, wait, what's happening? This is so cool.
And we were also together when we announced it, when we published the video. We were in the same
Yeah.
room celebrating. It felt like a big moment for us in our friendship.
So it's been 25 years, right, since M2M debuted. How has your musical taste evolved since then? Like, I'm curious, what were the CDs you were listening to while touring in the early 2000s compared to your current top songs on your Spotify playlist today?
Well, it's always been about great songs. I think maybe the genres have varied a little bit, but still, it's always been about great songs. Because we're both writers and we're both connected to, we both, connect with great songs.
And I think like I still listen to a lot of the same things. Because I always loved older music like Fleetwood Mac
Then,
and Cat
yeah.
Stevens, even then, and I still listen to it. So it's really good for me to hang out with Marie again because she's introducing me to new music. I'm really bad at listening to new music, actually.
I'm always on the hunt for new favorite artists.
I'm curious, what do you think it would have been like if social media was around when you two debuted during the early 2000s?
So different.
Do you
So
think
different.
do you think it would have made things easier or harder?
Well, I think like it would have been easier in the way that, we can actually sit here today and have this interview. But back then, 25 years ago, we had to like travel all the way, to the Philippines to do an interview.
Yeah.
So of course, all that makes it a lot easier, but I'm very happy that we as teenage girls didn't have to deal with social media. I think it would have been really hard. Yeah. I'm very happy we didn't have Instagram back then.
It was hard enough doing promo back then. It was crazy. They were working us so hard and we were doing I remember our schedules were like miles long. So we were doing so much promo. But I think if we had had to keep up the social media, in addition to that, we would have been even more overwhelmed, I think.
I remember us actually when we were sitting on the planes, going from one country to another. We were sitting answering fan mail. Like I had like writing fan mail. Like I had like a
Snail mail.
yeah, like we were making letters answering fans and then posting them in the next country.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, like
Different times.
so if it was Instagram,
We
we
sound
would
like
have
dinosaurs.
on Instagram we would have been sitting, answering people all the time. It would have been really tiring.
Yes, I know. I know.
In a time when girl and boy bands were the top artists in the radio stations back then, you two broke the mold when you decided to be the group that wrote your own music. I think that resonated a lot with me since you debuted when I was a sophomore in high school, and that really taught me the importance of songwriting, which I then took with me when I eventually became a recording artist here 6 years after that. So I'm curious, do you both write the same way? Or do you have different roles when you write your music? Was it music and melody first, then fitting the lyrics in, which is what I do? Or lyrics first, then figuring it out how to wrap it around the melody?
Well, we actually were just talking about this,
Yeah.
and we found out that we actually, I always have a lyric idea first, and then Mart has the melody idea first. And I
Yeah.
think that maybe was one of the things that made us write such good songs
We're
together.
very compatible.
Yeah, so I've been missing that actually as a solo artist because I mostly write lyrics. And so when I've been writing, I've always tried to find other people to write the melodies with because I didn't have Mart. So yeah, it's like weird to think about now.
Yeah, I know. And we're still finding our footing as writers. And we discovered all of this together. And I think there's something magical too about going back to the songs that we're playing now because they were among the first songs that we wrote. And for instance, Don't Say You Love Me, we were complete unknown songwriters from Norway. And that song just blew up, and we found this huge audience in no time. And the fact that that was like one of our own songs, it makes it even more powerful now, I think, to go back and sing that song again. And yeah.
Is there a song from the M2M catalog that just hits different when you reminisce about it? Maybe because of the memories writing it, the experience filming the music video, or because of how much it meant to so many people?
I feel like maybe The Day Went Away has become this like is bigger than it was back then.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
it's a song that the fans have made big. It wasn't like any of the first singles. It just I think it was like the fifth single.
Yeah.
And it became so popular and still people love it and the fans made, the M2M day out of September 22nd. And now we did that song for the comeback. So it's just kind of become the comeback song or something.
Yeah,
like
it's a song about longing and reconnecting. And I felt, I think when we sang it back then, it felt like it was about something else, but now it also feels like it's about us. It's really, it makes it even sweeter, I think.
You two were making music together as kids even before M2M debuted. And then when life happened, you both had individual musical aspirations you wanted to pursue when you went solo. But I'm sure that bond that you had as kids was still so strong. When you decided to reunite, what was the one thing about each other that you truly missed the most, whether it be the musical connection or the personal bond?
Musically, I love singing with Marion. I think our blend is like she has some qualities in her voice that I absolutely it feels like when they come together we become one voice. She has some things that I'm missing. And also the fact that we can be just doing interviews again and being two people, doing this together. It's less lonely, it's more fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same, actually. Like we were doing a band rehearsal a few weeks ago, and I think Marit went to the bathroom or something. So I was just singing alone with the band, and I was like, this is so boring. It's so boring with just my voice. And I think us coming back together is like really making me realize, what M2M is that blend of our
Same.
voices
Yeah.
that makes it unique and makes us sound like nobody else.
Since my podcast is called Once and Always a Fanboy, I'm curious, during your time as M2M, was there an artist or group that you two just totally fangirled over? Like, I know you've met so many, but which one just resonates deeply when you think back on it?
Well, so many. I mean, we got to go on tour with Jewel at the end of M2M, and her songwriting had been so, I loved her so much. I was a huge fan, so that was a big deal. I think that was also, it was a tricky time in music because a lot of the things that were coming out was like completely different than what we were listening to.
But I remember also discovering like Alanis Morissette,
Yeah.
which I still love,
Yeah.
and I think had a lot to say for me as an artist.
Yeah.
That you realize, oh, you can like play guitar and scream really loud, and
So many good songs.
yeah.
I actually saw they turned some of her catalog into a musical that I saw in New York
Oh,
before I moved
really?
home, and it was so good. Like all the songs make me cry now.
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
You know, if they do it again, you need to because it was like yeah, visiting myself back then.
The Philippines has a deep connection with M2M. Not only do you have 4 shows this May, but you mentioned that one of your craziest autograph signing sessions was in Mega Mall where thousands of people just flocked to. I'm assuming during your busy schedule back then, you guys weren't able to really go around. Do you think you'll have time during this tour to actually go around the city and eat some Filipino food? Was there a dish you remember having that you both want to try eating again?
Well, actually, it was when we're going on this tour. That's also why we're doing interviews now, is that, we want to have time to see the place we're visiting and try the food and not have this crazy busy schedule. So we're doing a lot of interviews now. So we actually might have some time in between the concerts.
To actually be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we'll have a day off in, is it I always say it wrong. Cebu?
Cebu?
Cebu, yes.
Yeah,
Cebu,
Cebu,
yeah.
yeah. So we have a day off there, so I can't wait to see the beach there and relax. And we have more time in Manila as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy that we get to see the Philippines for real this time.
You both have been in this industry for such a long time, both as a group and as individuals. What was something that frightened you when you were starting out that you can handle pretty well now?
I think maybe all the grown-ups that wanted to decide everything, that there were so many, grown-up men really
Yeah.
in this business,
So much bad advice.
that had, really bad advice, and they were always just thinking about themselves and about money. And that was, scary when we were young. And I think that's better now, when we're older, we know the business ourselves, and you know that you can actually say no.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
I also
Yeah.
think also just being a bit older, we're so much better at shutting out the noise, like going back to the basics. What is this about? Why are we doing this? What brings us joy? How can we make this as fun as possible? I think it feels more pure, and also in the nature of this work and in this industry, you have to choose it again and again. It's like what do you say? You're like renewing the vows. If you're married to your job, you have to choose it again and again because there are new artists coming in, thousands of new songs every week. But the fact that you're choosing it again and again also feels like it's not something that just happened to you. So if you're in it, it's because you really want to do it. And if you can find as much joy as possible in that work, I do feel like it's something I could see myself doing for another 30 years, you know? Because it's a really magical thing to be able to do this as a job. I mean, it is our passion still. It feels very pure.
What's the one thing you want your fans to get out of when they watch you again on stage this May? Your Filipino fans, to be more specific.
We just want everyone to come to our concert and just have an amazing night, to have all the nostalgic feelings and remembering back when we were all young, singing these songs, and like just meeting and having, the time of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and a half where you're allowed to forget everything and just be there in the room and sing and maybe be reminded of who you were, but also see a lot of people who are in the same situation.
Yeah.
It's like maybe like I think it's gonna feel like a celebration, reunion and a celebration for the fans as well. That's our hope.
So thank you so much for your time. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been smiling this entire interview because, I loved your music when I was a kid. I love what you both represented, being songwriters, and just the fact that you're gonna make so many fans happy again this May. Yeah, I don't think I've ever smiled this in an entire interview before. So, yeah, I'm definitely part of that generation that appreciated and enjoyed what you both achieved, and I can't wait to watch you guys live this May. It was pretty hard to get tickets. I have to be honest, but my wife and I eventually got to secure ours, so I can't wait.
Thank you for really nice questions. It was a
Yeah.
very good interview.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. So take care and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. See you soon.